everyone, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed the player selection that we did. I'm super psyched how everything went. There were no hiccups. Probably the only one is just that I ended up being the odd man out. And so I am going to be representing Team Purple. And so, hey guys, if there's 3 more people that would like to join in, I'll randomly assign you to Team Yellow, Green, or Blue, and then that way we'll have 10 players each, okay? So this is going to be super exciting. I think the only thing that we'll have to iron out will just be what's the minimum number of players that we'll need, and I'm thinking that it would probably need to be 7, and we'll essentially just take the 7 best scores for each team, okay? And if there's fewer than 7 players that participated, unfortunately, I think then those missing scores will have to be a 0, okay? Because we do have to have, maximum participation. So let's kind of figure that out as we go. Hopefully everybody will participate. And that's why I made it clear, guys, if you want to do this, you got to be in for the long haul. This is 30 days of fun, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and see how Art can do to represent his Team Purple, by the way, which includes my captain, the wonderful Zep Girl 5, who is just an amazing player, Advanced 495, Dora A, Toolbox Toast, Michelle, Paul, Evelyn, Tom C, and Jason. I have to say, I think Team Purple is pretty darn strong. So here we go. Wish me luck, guys. And the other teams, I'm sure you would like to see me suffer immensely, maybe even get a 0. You never know. You never know, okay? That'd be pretty embarrassing to start the month off with a 0. Okay, we do not need the directions, and I think we look pretty good. I could actually adapt the string this a little bit better. But you know what? Nah, it's good. We're good. Okay. We've got flute, stein, bassoon, olds, coffee, fricassee, frost, snifter, pound, bishop, goblet, saxophone, oboe, tumbler, clarinet, and balloon. So there's some pretty obvious categories going on here. I think the issue, though, I can immediately see is there's going to be a lot of crossover. So I see these whatchamacallits, glasses, drinking glasses. You've got your stein, fricassee or frost. Sorry, you've got your snifter, you've got your goblet. Oh, perfect. And you've got your tumbler. Okay. I don't think there's any other obscure ones that I'm forgetting. No, that's it. We're good. So I think we can call these drinking glasses. What else could they call it? Drinking glasses. I think that's good enough. Pow! Drink vessels. Drink vessels. Okay, that's fine. All right, what's up next? Instruments, right? We've got a ton of instruments. We've got the oboe, we've got the bassoon, we've got the flute, we've got the saxophone, and we've got the clarinet. And as luck would have it, I actually think they're all count as woodwinds. Our good friend Brandon Baker could correct me if I'm wrong on that. He, I learned, is a drum instructor. So he knows his music, but does he know his woodwinds? We'll find out. But I do think they're all woodwinds. We have to be super careful. I cannot dare commit to these 4 because why wouldn't the clarinet be part of that group? So there's something else going on here that we'll have to figure out. All right. Frost is interesting. Frost is very interesting. The thing is, I don't know if we're dealing with frost in the sense of when it gets cold out. Olds, what comes to mind there interesting is Oldsmobile, okay? Part of General Motors portfolio of cars. So we could have some last names, okay? We could have Frost. Now, the Frost that comes to mind would be Robert Frost, okay? The poet. What's that famous poem of his? It's about the road diverged. Yeah, and I took the one less traveled by. I forget the name of the title. Let me know, guys. But that's a very famous poem. In any case, and then this bishop is weird. Again, that sort of could be a last name. See. I was immediately thinking about chess pieces, but there's no pawns, there's no knights, there's no rooks, there's no queens, and there's no kings. But it could be a last name. Okay. You know, it's funny. The other thing that came to mind with bishop is if any of you saw any of the movies in the Alien saga, you might know that Aliens, which by the way, without doubt, was the best of them. There was an android in there, and his name was Bishop. He was actually a super cool character, and unlike the android in the first Alien who turned against them, Bishop was actually really good, and he ends up saving Riley at the end of the movie. In any case, I'm getting again a little bit distracted. I think though that these could potentially be last names. I'm not sure how they're going to be grouped. I know Frost is the poet. I just don't know about Olds and Bishop. And again, I'm thinking Olds is more about Oldsmobile. Ooh, what was the guy's first name? Was it something like Ransom Olds? And it's like, did he invent the Oldsmobile? That would be weird. I don't know if he would have invented it. He might have just like come up with the idea and the concept behind the Oldsmobile. But check me on that, guys. Okay. That's what great about this game is, like, you learn a lot every time, especially in the comments. Like I say, I feel like I'm getting a free education from you guys. Yeah, and oof. And then if this is the last names, I just don't know who's the other last name going to be. Um, I don't know who the other last name is going to be. I mean, the only one that would, I mean, maybe Pound and maybe Flute. Oh, gee, so this is going to be tough. So I definitely can't risk that yet. But once I find the other name, I am tempted to go perhaps with. I mean, I would probably go with. So now this is funny. I mean, there's another thing you can do with these, and in fact, you could join Pound in the group. You could have these could be like words that have prefixes or suffixes, but that's a little cheesy. Like you can have a compound, you can have an archbishop, you can have permafrost, and you can have the Oldsmobile. But usually they have it consistent, right? So I would be pretty cool with that. I would be tempted to click those away, but it would only be if there was a word that you could put in front of olds, and I don't think that's going to work. Marigolds. Marigolds. But now I'm not going to do that, right? All right, so here's the deal. If these guys end up being a group after we figure some other stuff out, I'll go probably with I'm just gonna go with I don't think they're all gonna be like auto inventors, like the Oldsmobile guy. I'm gonna probably just take a guess that they might be poets, okay, or writers, but I'm not gonna go there yet. We have some unfinished business. Like, what the heck is this fricassee? I mean, I think I know what it is, right? Isn't it like a meat stew? Where is that going to go? I mean, fricassee and coffee are like sort of food items, but nothing else is. Oh, geez. Team Purple, bear with me, okay? I'm going to try not to screw this up, okay? Bear with me. Bear with me. This is going to be a long one, okay, guys? Um, all right, hang on. Let's see if oh, shoot. I think I see something here. I was thinking, is there some wordplay going on? So, I mean, I don't know, but is there something going on with these letters? So you've got a double S double E in fricassee. You've got a double S double O in bassoon. You've got a double F double E in coffee. And you've got the double L double O in balloon. But I mean, is that so unusual that that constitutes an actual category? I mean, I was a little reluctant when we had the triple G's. Remember leggings? What else did they have? Leggings, baggage, I think was one of them. Okay, here's the deal. Ready? This is how you have to play this game. This will help strategy-wise. Once you think you've got a category, you have, it's like chess. You have to go ahead and ask yourself, well, what would happen to the remaining words? Would they get self-sorted? And let's go on my hunch about those last names. I think it would be Olds, Frost, Bishop, and Pound. And then you are left with a legit group of those woodwinds. You would have removed the bassoon. So you'd have oboe, flute, saxophone, and clarinet, and they would all go as woodwinds. So I think we got it, guys. That is sneaky, though. That is very sneaky. I do hope that my fellow purple teammates will see that. At first, I was like, I didn't even notice it. It just goes so unnoticed, but then you're forced to try to reconcile these, and I think that's it. Now, let's try to go and, again, this is not for bonus points or anything like that, but just for the fun of it. What would be the green group? Definitely not this. Oh, it's going to have to be the whatchamacallits. We're going to go with the woodwinds. So now we're going to go flute, saxophone, clarinet, and oboe. Okay, we'll say woodwinds in green. Perfect. Okay, now I would probably say, oh, this is a tough one. You know, it's funny. I remember when we had the painters. Were they in blue or purple? Oh, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it'll really matter. Why don't we go with let's go with yeah, let's put these guys next. Because the other thing is so obscure. So Olds, Frost, Pound, and Bishop. Again, I have no idea who Pound and Bishop are. I know Frost, the only Frost I know is the poet, and I sort of feel like whoever designs these is more likely to use that as a common thread rather than the Olds guy. And maybe the Olds guy, of course, is just a poet that I just never heard of. So let's say poets in blue. Kapow! Yes! But they're American. So you guys will have to let me know if we're going to allow that. I would have not been able to say that for sure. I mean, I knew Frost was American, but the other guys, who knows? So let's put it this way. If the majority of people just say poets and not American, I think we can let that slide. That should count. And here we go. How is this going to be called? Words with double consecutive letters? Or consecutive double letters for purple? Pow! How do you like that, Team Purple? We're off to a good start. We can, I hope, again, you know, we'll have to take a little bit of a collective vote, but I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I know the poets is a little sneaky. We're going to have to make a decision on that. Maybe if worse comes to worse, we'll take a poll, but just understand that that'll affect everybody. That's not just against art, right? So I don't know. What are we going to do in situations like this, guys? Because now it's even more competitive now that it's like a team-based thing. I do, honestly, I think with, you know, when we always say you got to name the category within reason, I think the fact that I said that they were poets, to me, that's pretty much good enough, okay? So there you have it, guys. Team Purple, I think we're off to a good start. I can't wait to see the rest of your results. And guys, just as a reminder, this is the format that we'll be looking for. I'm just going to put that directly above my solve. So yes, it will be XXX, comma. Then the next thing we need is going to be what group you're in, whether it be yellow, green, blue, or purple. You can just use the initial letter. And then after that, your name. Then after that, your score. And then after that, we need the name of the yellow category. So my solution today will go XXX, comma, P for purple, comma, rise to the equation, comma, let's say 5 for now, okay? And then comma, drink vessels. There you go. So it's the same as we did in August. All we do is just add after the XXX the team that you're in, because that'll help me organize them very quickly, guys, and put them into the spreadsheet. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed. And I can't wait to see you guys for another round tomorrow.